I never went into a game unprepared. Mookie never came up, and I'm like, oh shit, what do I throw Mookie?
Yeah.
No one ever came up where I was literally like, oh crap, dude. Like I really don't know what to throw when I get ahead here.
Let's get to them. Kevin, what do you got for us?
All right, so our first question comes from the Swan. The Swan wants to know, is the onus more on the catcher or the pitcher to study batters before a big series and figure out how to get them out? What's the process of putting together an attack plan to get a batter out?
Man, I'm going to try to keep this short because this could get really long. It's on both. You have to realize, take ownership for yourself first. The catcher is dealing with, on average, 4 to 5 pitchers a night.
Sure.
And they do, the coaches, analytical department, they do a great job of getting them different risk cards and all the stuff to keep up with guys. But I'm on the side of it's on me to be prepared and get guys out the way I should attack them. There's a saying, when you flip your baseball card over, no one else's name is on the back of it.
Sure.
So I take and put a huge responsibility on me being prepared and ready to go. Where to not backtrack that, there are a few instances with a few catchers that I trust and have trusted where when they call a pitch over something I believe in, I will trust that catcher in that spot over something maybe I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it doesn't work, whatever. But it's myself game plan. From both starting and relieving real quickly. Starter, you have 4 or 5 days to get ready. So you're watching all the games before. You're allowed to go inside, watch TV. Obviously, you're on the computer watching at bats, all these things to get ready for your start. Bullpen, it is every day. Guys' numbers are changing daily, swing patterns, habits, what you got them on the day before. You're going to pitch again the day of, your plan, your attack strategy. And then now analytically is where it gets really confusing. Guys are throwing numbers at you constantly. The percentages of chase rate and end zone swings and different things now, you have to be very careful in almost studying too much or diving too deep into numbers and forgetting to rely on, I'm just going to rear back and throw by a guy.
Well, and you as a reliever have no idea who you're going to be pitching against, when you're going to be pitching, what that's going to be. Is there like a moment with like the bullpen coach where that's where you kind of really focus on the analytics? That's
where I was going to open the segment and say I'm the new bullpen coach, guys. I was kind of joking. The thing for
Surprise.
me there is like, obviously I still want to play, but the time commitment, because like I just know what I was taught by Fett and the way I was helped out by Fett and a few other guys in my bullpen journey, and just feel like I could help a team so much in that aspect of like what we just talked about, like where it's not for lack of caring or knowledge, because managers do try to prepare relievers the best way, but there is so much going on in today's game with shorter starters going so short and just different things, man. Like Fett, was incredible for me those early days, especially when I was going multiple innings, about like, hey, it's the 5th. You're possibly looking at going in maybe the 6th, for sure the 7th or 8th. And like you start backtracking from there. Like, okay, we're at the 7 hole. The starter's going out there. Okay, he just got 3 outs. So 7, 8, 9. All right, this next inning, if the first 2 guys get on, I might be in. This is too like
right.
You start trying to map out what you think your role is. That's where having true communication on what your role is massive.
Yeah.
And where you should and could pitch, because you start rolling these things together, and that is where you really start to become a professional and hone your craft and get ready, is when you can start to learn those things and backtrack. And you're now taking your game plan that you've put together throughout the week, throughout the season. And I'm sitting there with a piece of paper looking at the lineup and then going through what I think my possible matchups are going to be. Yeah. And then a little step further, as it's getting closer to me actually going in, like, okay, I'm warming up. There's 2 guys on. Well, what I was thinking about doing is now different, because now I'm coming on with guys in scoring position, and I have to think differently about that. What's my lead? Who's on? I mean, I could go deep. I could keep going, but initially, man, starter and reliever, very similar. You put together this game plan, and then actively day to day, you are making adjustments and altering it based on things you see and things that you're being told.
When you're watching game film, I guess this would be more so as a starter, what are you looking for? Like when you're watching hitters that you're about to face, are you looking for like bad swings on certain pitches, or
you're looking for outliers, right? Like what I would do when I was a starter, even as a reliever, and now it's even easier with the technology advancement, is I can go on to the system we have and take every right-handed starter that throws 94 to 96, that throws a 12-6 curveball in between these degrees, throws changeup, and then boom, watch all that against the Dodgers. And so now I can watch every single guy. And like, again, say I want to attack Soto. Like, okay, I can't pitch around Soto. I'm going to have to pitch to him at some point. Again, I put all that data in, and now I'm looking at, okay, out of 2,300 fastballs Soto has seen in the bottom quadrant, that's the only place he's hitting sub 300. So like, okay, if I'm challenging Soto or there's ever a spot where I have to get back into account, bottom left, nowhere else can I throw, you know what I mean? Nowhere else can I throw fastball. Then you go to slider and like, yeah, he may damage slider big, but people don't see he misses slider big. So like that's where I talk about the risk reward. If I throw the pitch the right way, slider is a great option. Just don't miss. So in my report, I'm going in there, slider heavy, don't miss slider, where some, again, it can get deeper and deeper, but that's where, again, the night before, all right, I got Soto out slider and I went heavy slider, chased him out of the zone. All right, my thought is he's probably going to be looking slider. So early on, I can sneak a fastball out of that lower quadrant because he's going to be looking there. So
how often do you get to that point on the mound and then go, fuck, I forgot where not to throw it?
That's the shit I talk about. That's what we're fucking talking about.
Was it the outside corner?
It's not that. What pisses me off the most, I'll give two examples. And I know pitchers out there at home and fans, this is going to drive you fucking crazy because you're going to think you're a fucking idiot. How could you?
That's all right.
We're paying you millions of dollars. But you come up, like I say, come with a game plan. All right, I'm facing Soto. I'm going to go fastball down and away. If I throw strike one, I'm going to go curveball off of that. I'll evaluate once I get there. Boom, fastball, strike one. All right, I'm going curveball. Catcher calls fastball. All right, I'm going to throw fastball. Wait, what? Yeah. I just told myself pre and post, I'm going to throw a curveball. That's my plan.
He said fastball.
All right, boom. Give up a hit or homer, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm getting hot just thinking about it. Like, what? You just had a game plan. You told yourself, and then off a whim, the catcher put down something different. I'm going to throw it. Yeah. Or, this is even worse, you accept the pitch. You're going to throw it. I'm throwing a curveball. All right, I'm getting in my glove. I'm going my windup. I don't have a good grip. Step off. Don't throw the pitch. No one's on. No, I'm good. I'm going to throw it.
Yeah.
And you throw a shitty pitch with a shitty grip that you knew you had a shitty grip on.
Yeah, and you just didn't.
And you either give up a hit or throw a ball, and literally like, you're stupid bitch. Like, why would you throw that? Like, it's so all you had to do was step off, and you still choose to throw that pitch. But game plan, man, it is ever changing. Yeah, what we got?
Yeah, so when you're on the mound in that situation and you throw the fastball that you didn't tell yourself you wanted to throw, what's the conversation with the catcher like? Is there a conversation after when you get to the dugout like, hey, what did you see there? Like, why did you want me to throw a fastball?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they aren't in your mind going through the game plan with you. Like, there was a reason they chose to throw fastball.
But almost like a passive aggressive, like, what did you see there? Why'd you go fastball three times in a row? What was that
I just get more mad at myself because, like I said, I learned real quickly, like maybe a little stubbornness. I've gotten into it with a few guys. Like, dude, at the end of the day, I'm going to call my game. If you have a statistical data I've talked about, if the guys and the coaches are in the fucking dugout and you have the analytic numbers and you tell me to throw slider because it's coming from my coach, it has the data, I'm with it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, dude, I'm going to take me being wrong and losing over trusting someone else letting the blame be on my catcher.
Right, because you can deal with that. Like,
I don't ever really get onto them because I would take it as like, dude, you should have thrown something different. You knew better. You should have studied more. Like, that's where from the bullpen, like, and this is where we talked about it. I talked about it last time, like being okay with losing or being okay with failing, as weird as that sounds. Like, I became okay with it, or not okay with it. I became to understand it because I was prepared. I never went into a game unprepared. Mookie never came up and I'm like, oh shit, what do I throw Mookie?
Yeah.
No one ever came up where I was literally like, oh crap, dude! Like, I really don't know what to throw when I get ahead here.
Yeah.
Like,
so if they beat you, they beat you.
They
and
beat
you
me.
felt
They
okay
beat
with
me.
that.
Or like because of I was able to go to sleep at night because like there was never of like guessing of what work I was doing.
Yeah.
So